Here's a very simple song by Miley Cyrus, or made famous by Miley Cyrus, called 7 Things. And you don't have to have a lot of guitar playing ability to be able to pull off the feel of the song, the sound of the song, because it employs a very popular, very easy to do trick where you basically only learn one fingering and you can play almost all of the chords in the song, because you're going to employ open strings to get a certain sound. So what that means is throughout the entire song, the high E and B strings are going to ring out. So you're going to play those 2 open strings on every single chord that you play. So the way you're going to do that is, what I would suggest to make it as easy as possible is, what you're going to do is you're going to play only 2 notes other than the high E and B for most of the chords. And those notes are actually going to be the same notes, just 1 octave and another octave at the same time. So the first chord is going to be E. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the 7th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the A string with your index finger, and you're going to play an octave above that, which is 2 frets higher, the 9th fret on the G string. So we've skipped the D string. We've skipped that, doing the 9th fret with our ring finger on the G string and the 7th fret on the A string with our index finger. And the way that you skip the D string without it sounding like this, with the D ringing out, is, for some of you with smaller hands, for example, just reaching this octave like this will kind of cause you to crumple your fingers up. And that's exactly what you want to do, because you're going to mute the D string, the open D string. You're going to stop that from ringing by simply letting your index finger, or any finger for that matter, just lightly lay against the D string. So as you're fingering the 7th fret E and the 9th fret E, you just let your fingers, in this case I've kind of, my middle finger's kind of laying against it, my index finger's laying against it because I have my hand angled back to play the other 2 notes. So anyway, the D string doesn't ring out. You just get those 2 notes, and again the high E and B strings open. So that total is, and you can play the low E string as well if you want, but you don't have to. So what you get is, that's the first chord. So now what you do to get all of the rest of the chords, and why they have such a similar sound, is you can leave the E and B open on the top, and you're just going to slide this exact fingering, which is the A string and then 2 frets higher on the G string. You can slide that anywhere. So what we're going to do is, we're going to play the first chord here. I'm just keeping this finger out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Then you're going to slide your fingers down 1 fret. So you're going to go 6th fret on the A string, 8th fret on the G string, and that's the second chord. Okay, now for the third chord, all you're going to do is you're going to take this and slide it all down 2 frets this time. So 1, 2. So we have the 4th fret on the A string and the 6th fret on the G string, always using these same 2 fingers. And here's the third chord. Okay, now for the fourth chord, we just go down 2 more frets. So So now we have the 2nd fret on the A string and the 4th fret on the G string. Always laying a finger or two against the D string so that it doesn't ring out. Okay, so far we have now, the only time when this can change is the next chord is an open A type of chord. Okay. But you can play it the same way if you like. You're just kind of muting that D string with your finger. But you might as well go ahead and play that. Okay, so all I'm playing is the A string open, okay, then the 2nd fret on the D string, the 2nd fret on the G string, and again the high B and E are open. So all you've done really is you've taken this exact fingering that we've been moving around, and really you just moved it down 2 more frets, which leaves you on the A string open and the 2nd fret on the G string. So I'm just filling it out by also playing the 2nd fret on the D string. Okay, so we have and then you just go back up. You go back up 2 frets to this chord that we had, and then back up 2 more. So you just go right back up the way you came. Just like that. And those are the only chords that you need for the vast majority of the song.